Flyers shutout in the shootout. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Patrick Lynn, and this is the Orange and Black Attack, and I'm covering this afternoon's game between the Philadelphia Flyers and the New York Rangers, as the New York Rangers come away and beat the Philadelphia Flyers 3-2 in a shootout, and a very entertaining game. This game was good from start to finish. A little bit of sloppiness by both teams midway through the game, but entertaining nonetheless. The Rangers and the Flyers... They end the Flyers' 4-game win streak, and they end the Flyers' home streak at 6 games. Good game. The Flyers strike first in the first period with a shot that bounces to Sean Couturier, and he throws it across to Brayden Schenn, and Brayden Schenn's able to stuff it in, which continues Couturier's hot streak within the last 12 games. He's got points in the last 12 games. Gets him another assist, and the Flyers are up 1-0. So crowd was feeling good. I was feeling good at that, even though I'm not feeling good. I'm not really moving my neck much. I was involved in I hurt my neck over the weekend, so it's over the last couple of days, so I'm really not trying to move as much as I can. Just talk straight off ahead. Rangers are able to capitalize on one of their power plays with a shot by JT Miller. Nice little wrist shot that he's able to get past Steve Mason's blocker, so the game is tied 1-1. Back and forth throughout the first and second period, and then the Rangers are able to take the lead on a Chris Kreider. Nice little throw in front of the net, and Kreider just tips it, and it bounces off of Steve Mason's pad and in the net, and the Rangers take a 2-1 lead. Not a lot of. There were some big hits throughout the game, like you want to see from the Flyers and the Rangers, but no fights. Very, very entertaining. All 3 games this year, the Rangers and the Flyers have been very good games. Aside from the one where the Flyers won 3-0, but both games in Philadelphia have gone to shootouts, so which is fine. I don't really like the shootout. I like the 3-on-3 overtime. I'm glad that the NHL went to it, but I'm getting ahead of myself now. Rangers carried a lead going into the third period, and from the record, what I saw, they were 15-1-0 going into the third period with the lead, which is an outstanding record. So I figured the Flyers, they lost the game fine, but all aboard the Wayne train as Wayne Simmonds on a nice little tic-tac-toe play from Giroux knocks it over to Voracek, and Voracek throws it across the ice. On the power play, no less, so the Flyers do get a power play goal. Voracek throws it across the ice to Wayne Simmonds, and Wayne Simmonds bounce it in. Game's tied 2-2 with about 10 minutes left to play. Game got a little helter-skelter towards the end of the game. Chances galore for both teams. Refs did call a penalty with 10 seconds left, which I kind of agree on, but I don't agree on. Gostisbehere got pushed into the net, and his stick came up and caught one of the Rangers players. I can't remember the guy's name. I think it was Chris Kreider, right in the nose. You're going to call a high stick on that, but I believe that and Gostisbehere had every right to be upset that he was interfered with going behind the net. Rangers fans may disagree with me, but I'm just giving you my take on it. But it was nonetheless, as the game, Flyers won a draw. Raguer spun it out and ended the third period. So we go to overtime, 3-on-3. Scary moment, within 10 seconds or 20 seconds in, Michael Del Zotto's stick breaks and it comes right in front to Zuccarello, but Zuccarello is unable to bounce it home as Steve Mason made a wonderful save. Both goalies were on point tonight. Both of them let up 2 goals in the regular time. Henrik Lundqvist played outstanding. He showed up like he was Henrik Lundqvist, and Steve Mason did an admirable job. Kept the Flyers in the game until they were able to tie it. Flyers had their chances in overtime. Gostisbehere he got open. Him and Giroux have clicked together with the power play, and Giroux spun it over to Gostisbehere, and he was able to get a shot off, but King Henrik, being who he was, is able to stop the Flyers on that exchange, and we go to the shootout, and Zuccarello scored for the Rangers, and I can't remember who it was that scored for who got their game winner. But the Flyers, I think it was Zuccarello scored the only goal for the Rangers. But yeah, Zuccarello only scored the only shootout goal as the Flyers sent out Gostisbehere to counteract. Tried a little move on through the pads, and Lundqvist stopped him. And Claude Giroux was the next shooter for the Flyers. He tried a little wrister. Lundqvist stopped that, and Voracek fired one wide. So the Flyers lose a hard-fought game, 3-2. Always a tough loss against the Rangers since it's a big Metropolitan division rival. I don't hate the Rangers as much as I hate the team that we're playing Thursday, which is the Pittsburgh Penguins. I respect the Rangers, and I've always respected the Rangers. I mean, when I was a kid, I even respected the 94 team. But I don't hate the Rangers as much as I hate the Penguins. I hate the Devils more than I hate the Rangers, to be honest with you. But, no, I don't. It was a good, hard-fought win. Flyers got to turn around now. They got to go on the road tomorrow evening against the Detroit Red Wings in Detroit at 7:30. Being since I think Steve Mason got the start tonight, Michael Neuwirth will get the start tomorrow night in Detroit. That game is at 7:30 on the East Coast on the NBC Sports Network. That is 4:30 on the West Coast if you live in California or out that area. You're able to catch the game. More power to you. But Flyers, strong game. No complaints. Very, very happy with their performance. Nice little comeback, but they can't fulfill it. And, hard-fought game against the Rangers. And the thing you got to take away out of this is that they did get a point, which is key when it comes towards, March and April. But like I've said in my last videos, if they make the playoffs, they make the playoffs. If they don't, fine. It's like I said, we're building to the future with kids like Gostisbehere and Konecny down in the OHL. And we've got Provorov and Samuel Morin and, all Travis Sanheim, all the young kids that we've got coming. Like I said, I'm building ready for the future. But if we have a nice little playoff run, if we make it to the playoffs, I'll be happy with that. One thing I need to let everybody know, with the 3-on-3 overtime, it is a completely different animal live than it is watching it on TV. Your heart is pounding a lot more. I had the opportunity to go with a buddy of mine this year to the first Flyers Rangers game in Philly that went to overtime and ended a shootout, and the Flyers won. That I believe it was the same score too. It was a Hockey Fights Cancer night, and it was totally different live than it is on TV because your heart is just pounding. And thank God they gave us the rally towels because I was biting on that thing the whole time. And it's going to end this episode. Longest episode I think I've actually done. Clocking it here about 8 minutes. Like I said, tough loss. Got a rebound tomorrow night against the Detroit Red Wings at 7:30 on the NBC Sports Network. Just gotta double back and come back and put this loss behind us. You didn't you got a point, so you didn't lose that many spots in the standings, so you're closer. But hey, it's a tough thing to lose to a rival. But gotta look at it as you gotta look at the bright future that this team has got coming, and you gotta just turn around and go on to the next game, especially when you got a back-to-back. So the Flyers have a back-to-back. They play the Detroit Red Wings tomorrow evening at 7:30, and I will be back. I'll be making an episode after that game. And as I always end my episodes, good night and good hockey.